Whoever thought landing from a 10-hour flight from Miami and booking a flight straight to Amsterdam was ever going to be a good idea? But in fact, it actually was. We landed at about 7 o'clock in the morning and went for a few hours sleep in the sleep room based at Heathrow and made our way over to Terminal 5. The airport was pretty busy, so we weren't even sure if we were getting on or not, flying standby, but we got a seat at the gate, which is amazing. Boarded the flight, and a big thank you to BA for the free upgrade, and landed into Amsterdam at around midday. To the biggest line I have ever seen in customs in my life. Finally made it out about an hour and a half later and made our way to the hotel. And my God, Amsterdam loves a step. This was the steps getting up to our room. Considering we had no sleep and all this luggage, this is going to be a challenge. And this is our little jail cell of a room. Had about a 4-hour nap before heading out for a few drinks. And this is our beautiful Chrissy Chung surprising Adam in Amsterdam, which was so nice to see. Time to get going. We walked around Amsterdam for a bit. One thing I will say about Amsterdam is the streets are just beautiful. It's exactly what you see online. Grabbed a sausage, of course, went in Amsterdam and took ourselves to a museum. This was interesting. As two gay men and a bisexual woman, this is probably not what we wanted to see, but here for the culture. After a few hours of our eyes being burnt out our sockets, we headed for an early night as we were shattered and got up nice and early the next morning to explore. I just love Amsterdam. I've not really done much of Europe, but Amsterdam is definitely in the top. So if you ever get a chance, please just visit Amsterdam. It's such a giggle. Grab some breakfast and an early morning coffee before making our way to yet more museums and the infamous red light district, which was, again, so interesting to see, I must say. And when in Amsterdam, sit in the Big Willie. We did go see a peep show, but for obvious reasons, I cannot show that on TikTok. However, we found a really, really cute bar. We just sat and chilled for a few hours. But by this point, it was time to say goodbye to Chrissy and make our way back to the hotel. We had arranged to go see a famous drag queen in the gay scene in Amsterdam that night, so we made our way back to the hotel, visiting Vondel Park for sunset on the way home. Few hours kip, and here we are. Ended up at a place called Taboo, which actually turned out to be a really fun night considering how tired we were. Trying to navigate my way down these steps after 4 bottles of rosé was not it. However, one thing I will say about Amsterdam is the locals and the gays are just so friendly. We had such a good night and met so many different people and partied like we weren't up at 10 o'clock in the morning the next morning for a flight back to London.